Hi everyone, Gianni here with you for TheoTrade, and today is Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. We are seeing stocks spin their wheels near the all-time highs as we await the Federal Reserve's rate cut tomorrow. Markets are expecting a 25 basis point or a 0.25% rate cut from the central bank, but I think the bigger thing will be whatever Powell decides to say. Some people even speculating that they're going to boost their treasury bill purchases. That's not really a confirmed rumor or whatever, but it is some of the talk of the trading town. But as you can see here, intraday volatility continues to dominate the tape. We have now been trading in a sideways manner for almost 2 weeks. That being said, there are some positive developments underneath the surface of the market, which is the center of our focus. So you do have the NASDAQ outperforming once again to the upside today. That is a good sign. I love to see the NASDAQ outperform. More specifically, I love to see tech and semiconductors outperform. So while chips are down today, the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index did hit a new all-time high yesterday. That is a very major development because chips and the tech sector, moreover, are known to be a leading indicator for the market. So when you see chips hitting new all-time highs, that's a good sign. You also have technology, XLK, on one of its strongest winning streaks in history. If we close up today, it could be 12 days higher in a row. And if you look at forward returns for the market up to a year later, we're talking high double digits, very powerful bull markets. This is almost like another great tech reset, which is something that we began talking about back in May of this year coming out of the market bottom. So what I'm seeing at the large cap, index level, even the internals is a really good sign. Technology stormed back and reclaimed its 1 week leadership position in terms of the sector performance rankings. Last week, it's now the best performing sector over the last 12 months, the best performing sector over year to date. And in second place, I should say the best performing sector over the last month is healthcare, but we are getting a rotation out of healthcare. We've done very well on healthcare. Biotech's even seeing a little bit of a sell-off here today. But one of the bigger opportunities that I'm actually watching right now is in the Russell 2000. So here we have the Russell 2000 cash index. One thing that has flown underneath the radar from a lot of traders, not a lot of people talking about this, is how the Russell 2000 actually closed at a new record high last week. Now today, we hit a new intraday all-time high. And if we can close above 25.31.16 today, we're like 60 cents away from that, give or take right now. It would be the record closing, the highest record close in history, and we have a new intraday all-time high. So what this tells me is that you're actually getting a rotation into small cap names. And small caps are setting up to be the outperformer over the next 1 to 2 months. So this is very exciting because no matter how you slice it, you really cannot justify that the Russell 2000 is in a bubble. I mean, guys, we're like a couple of percent higher from where the index topped out back in 2021. So if you're worried about valuations, if you're worried about bubbles and whatnot, look to small caps. Now, Russell 2000 has a lot of financials in it. It makes up around 18-19% of the index. Obviously, there's XLF. But when you talk about the Russell 2000, you have to look more about regional banks. And as I look at regional banks here, I'm actually going to take a pretty unpopular position and say that regional banks look very bullish. In fact, you have what could be construed, what could be made out to be as a cup and handle pattern here on the daily chart at the ETF level, at the sector level for regional banks. Okay, so when you zoom out and take a look at this, on the weekly, it looks even better. And you'll see how you're testing a resistance zone. Okay, this like 63 to let's call it 65 to $70 level. Going back to 2023, that's pretty remarkable because if you clear that, it opens the pathway for new all-time highs. Now, I think the Fed's going to have a lot to do with this. They're probably going to be supporting the banking system to some extent. We know there's been some rumblings in the regional banking sectors, especially over the last couple of years. I think that's over. I think it's coming to an end. I think we're entering a very exciting bullish period, flush with liquidity for markets. You're going to see financials do well. Again, financials are the second largest sector in the S&P as well. You also have to take a look and consider industrials. Okay, industrials also building out a huge base, a major component of the Russell 2000, hanging out near all-time highs. I think robotics will be a big part of this. We're not really touching so much on how AI and artificial intelligence will impact the manufacturing sector. And then, of course, healthcare. But we've already been all over this healthcare trade. And that's why biotech has been one of our best performing sectors of our portfolio here in the Trinity trade and here at TheoTrade. So speaking of biotech, we had a huge move higher in one of our Trinity trade names yesterday in Chimera Therapeutics. No surprise there, given its strong Trinity score. You had this huge breakout. Apparently, they had a good drug trial results, so didn't quite hit our target of 110 yet. But we did form a flagpole, so I'd be looking for this stock to go sideways for a couple of weeks before eventually rallying up to our upside target around 110. So I like what I'm seeing in tech. I like what I'm seeing in biotech still. Biotech perhaps a little overheated, but within the tech space, Tesla having a good day today. This one's also pressing up against resistance. Again, mark my words, Tesla will be the hot Magnificent Seven name of the first quarter 2026. It could even start sooner. The stock looks ready to rip. It looks very strong. My three favorite Mag 7 names continue to be Apple, Tesla, and even Amazon. Amazon trying to hammer out a higher low here after that sharp sell-off into that November 21 bottom. But everything was reset then, guys. This is a very exciting time in the market. You have seasonal tailwinds. Santa Claus is coming to town. The Bears are on the naughty list. They're getting coal for Christmas. Sorry, not sorry. This is a bull market. Bulls are in control. You have leadership coming from all the right sectors. You even have cryptocurrencies coming back alive today. Bitcoin taking out last week's high, seeing a solid bid today, discounting more liquidity coming from the Fed. I am looking for a rally up into this, 102, 105, 108 zone. That's going to be probably where sellers step back into the market, send it back lower. We'll be looking for a higher low after that. Ethereum and Solana having very strong days here today. Ethereum up around 7.5%, outperforming Bitcoin. If Ethereum takes out this high from November 10th before Bitcoin does, guys, that's going to be the signal because it's a lot closer to doing so than Bitcoin. It's going to tell us that Ethereum is the future of Wall Street, is the future of trading infrastructure. And Solana even up pretty nicely today as well, but not as close to making a key higher high compared to Ethereum. So it all comes back to Ethereum, guys. Very exciting things happening. We did take a swing long on HUT in the live chat room today. Also have some crypto exposure in the $1 Million Challenge and the Trinity trade as well. Let's take a look at precious metals here real quick. Gold hanging out near the highs, kind of spinning its wheels still. Do need to see a new all-time high. I do have a target of around 4,800 in gold. Meanwhile, silver's breaking out to another new all-time high. It's now rallied over 100%. It's more than doubled from that low of April 7th. So going absolutely ballistic here. And I wouldn't look for some sellers to step back in until around 65, 66. So I think we are in that parabolic phase of that. Now, I do want to touch on some conflicting signals that we're getting on the inflation front. Crude oil looking pretty weak. That being said, you do have stocks like ExxonMobil, which is the Trinity trade name, seeing a nice bid. Meanwhile, bonds have been getting hammered lately. I am looking for a near-term bounce in bonds, but I am looking for bonds to actually drift lower into the month of January, and I think we'll form an important higher low there and set us up for a nice rally in 2026. Now, the dollar is making a nice comeback, up nicely against the yen, up modestly against the euro. This tells me money is coming back into the U.S. The carry trade's back on. This is good for tech. This is good for risk. It's a bull market, guys. So you snooze, you lose. I'm looking for some volatility in the first quarter, but for now, we're all systems go. It's a very exciting time. So that's what I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you live in the TheoTrade chat room.